Hello, hello, hello. I am here once again. Some terrible resetting. I am here once again to start gambling. What to do. Mm. This one might be a little bit too cold. Alright. Left off on a 1350 soft resets. Quite a decent amount. I didn't even on my timer. We didn't get the shiny yet, so it doesn't matter. Let's open Life Split. This is 13 hours. That's not. Is not the correct. That is better. And I just have to check what time we left off on yesterday. What did we end up on? 16 hours and hours and 5 minutes. Start. Go again. Perfect. Didn't know the timer, how far my sanity has been lost. This is the most important part. I am honestly only, compared to Parley Arley doing this, she's hunting a shiny Piplup in Platinum and Diamond. I'm only 10% of her resets, which is even more insane. But, you know. Could be worse, could be worse. Could also only have 1 DS and only be at 750. There is always a worse fish in the sea, they say. I think. Definitely what they say. We're also almost halfway to get a new hat. Or Chimchar. Gonna add a hat Chimchar for every 1,000 resets. You get a new hat. Or like an added hat on top of that. At the end, he might have like 8+ hats. Or just 2-player. Alright. Reset. Gotta go quick, of course. Is a speedrun after all. recording speedrun. That's... No more Merle Turtwigs. No, 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 no. That isn't. Bum. +2. Pressing 8. I might need to recalibrate my blinking every time I look down. Which the DS stream. Which is something I can see because I'm looking only at Turtwig. Ooh, Turtwig. That's spooky. Oh well. Spooky. Two normal Turtwigs. Bye, goodbye. I cannot use you. You are not the one I need. Hey Zaya, how are you doing? I am doing very well. I am continuing the the daily grind. At 1366 right now, as you can see. I also added a nice timer. Yeah, there's a little new stuff on the screen. You know, just to clarify a bit, you know, show what the odds are. See how long we've been going for. 16 hours, quite a lot, you know. But I thought it would add like a little bit more context, you know. And also see with the timer how long we've been descending into insanity. How's your weekend so far? Having a good one? Normal Turtwigs. It's been good. That's nice, that's nice. It's always a good stream when you show up, so... I feel quite energetic today, so, you know, might be a longer stream today. Might see how far we can get. Maybe 1800. That sounds like a fun number. I'd have to see though, you know, you never know how it changes. Have you made any more progress with your shiny resetting in Heart Gold, Soul Silver? Any big, like, reset milestones, perhaps? Any male or female Chimchars or Turtwigs? Not yet, not yet. I literally just started, so you we started at 1350, so you know, we've only just been starting. Not much has happened so far. Are you picking up the grind as well today again? Or are you taking a chill day? You fill an entire piece of paper. Nice, nice. All the important papers. Always important. Do your taxes or something. I don't know. It's probably different in Canada, right? You've been filling out the entire paper with numbers. Are you just like counting all your resets, or is it for something else? Because that's a lot of numbers. Yeah? Damn. What number you at then? That sounds crazy. I got like you know, I have the counter on the screen, so I don't have to I don't have to put it down on paper. I haven't even used pen and paper in like years. Everything is digital. I've messed up so many times. I can imagine. That's quite a lot of dedication to actually put it on. But so far, no luck, I guess, right? Unfortunately. Nothing has shined. $1707, nice. That's a good number. That's a good number. No Shin, no Shin. Getting close to 100 more resets for, because one reset is free. To get 2,000. Nice, nice, nice. Getting to the big boy leagues. With all the big resetters. You got anything fun planned for this weekend? Or, you know, just relaxing again before school or, you know, work starts again? You've counted you're wrong? Uh-oh. Do you have more or less resets? No plans? Nice. Just relaxing then, I assume. Nice, 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 nice. That sounds good. That's pretty much what I'm doing right there. This is my relaxing. Turtwigs. I started today with helping a friend of mine who wants to get into VTubing. So I showed her how to, you know, how to set up OBS on her stream, and she's streaming right now. So that's pretty cool to see, which made me feel like streaming again. So, you know, here we are. I like that, but I counted by freeze by how many start. Oh, okay, I see, I see. I see. Yeah, it's so nice in Hard Gold Soul Silver to be able, like, every reset is in freeze. Because even on a single DS, you can get some nice numbers per hour. I recently saw a person yesterday who was doing the same grind that you're doing, but they were doing it on 4 DSs at the same time. So they were getting 12 encounters pretty much per reset. He was going so fast. But that's so expensive as well, having to have all that. Yeah. It's for the real hardcore people, I guess. We just do it with 2 or 1 copies. That is good enough for me. Counted by ones? Yeah, you can also do that. You can also do that. I think getting like the real number of that amount you've seen, like you can do it either like reset per, you know, the amount of resets you're done or amount of Pokemon you've seen. So, you know, I counted. This is, you know, 2 and you counted by 3, right? But, you know, it's just kind of what flavor of number you like, I guess. What's that? Yeah, I like the bigger number by far as well. Bigger number feels like I've made more progress towards the towards the odds. Already getting close to 1400. Your encounter marker should be 4092. Do you mean the odds? Don't think so. I mean, the shiny odds in Platinum are... No, they're 1 in 8,192. In the newer games, it's cut down to 4,092 in the modern games, but in these games, it's still the the big number. the 8K. Because you're using 2 devices. Yeah, but I'm counting, the counter is going up by 2 each time, so I could either do, like, half of that, indeed, and do the counter up by 1, but I'm doing them up by 2. Because I like seeing a bigger number quicker. Feels like you've made more progress, right? If you have, like, double the number. I feel you, like, triple the number. I don't know. It could be me. I like the bigger number. Because otherwise, if I was doing it by half right, we were almost about to hit 700, which feels, you know, so much less than 1400 in my mind. I mean, it is double, so it's not like it's just in my mind, but. Pokemon Ranger. Ooh, I have not played a Pokemon Ranger game in quite a while. I remember kind of... My cousin just 3D printed me a case to hold my 3DS in place in games in the back of it. Oh, that's super cool. So you can just, like, keep it organized. That's super cool. That's... Yeah, 3D printing is just so amazing. My brother has a 3D printed thing, or a 3D printer, so sometimes he... for when we did, like, D&D campaigns, he would paint, like, or print out miniatures, and he would paint them themselves. So we all had our, like, own little miniature while playing D&D and tabletop games. That was always super cool. He's the artistic one in the family. I'm the one with the sheer dedication to reset a game 8,000 times. I was born with that, I guess. We all got a little something. But Free is quite brosa, so there's a reason for the case. Ah, okay, that's nice. Nice that he made something to keep it all together. Because, you know, if you drop it, it is quite... I mean, it could take quite a hit, but it is still a little fragile, like the plastic. It's nice to get something to reinforce that. Especially because they don't really make 3DSs anymore, you kind of have to just buy used ones. If you want to get a new one, which you don't know whatever you're gonna get because it's secondhand. But I will just love the... I mean, emulating is fine and you're playing it on a keyboard, but just the being able to, like, you know, walk around, sit on the couch with your DS is just... It's just so much nicer. Really completes the experience playing the game. Maybe it also looks like a little bit too good on, like, the PC screens when they, like, have enhanced stuff. Because this is just directly streaming from my 3DS. But I can imagine that you can have, like, better textures. At the hinge, it's the easiest spot to break and happened to me twice. Yeah. Especially, like, if you know, like, the first DSs. Like, the really thick ones. Those would always break on the hinges. I had a friend who did the same. Yeah. Those are so fragile. I have one of those, like, thick ones. And, yeah, it's only held up by, like, 2 little pieces of plastic. So, like, any kind of movement just kind of breaks your screen. It's still usable because there's only like, you know, to hold it up. There's not really any big cable in there as long as the cable stays safe. But it's yeah. You have really you have two screens then, but then also in two separate locations. Still usable, but still broken. Also, I've like the big thing with the 3DS, right? It was like, ooh, it's 3D, it's special, it's cool. I don't think I've ever turned on the 3D sensor except when I got it with those like AR cards you got with it. But after that, I have never turned on 3D. That stuff kind of hurts my head. Like back then, everything was 3D. Every movie was coming out in 3D, and you had to wear those glasses when going to the cinema. Ugh. Those would give me the biggest headaches, always. Maybe my brain doesn't take 3D well. That's why I'm a 2D anime character now. I don't live in the 3D space anymore. I've relinquished my 3D form. I used to play my 3DS for like my childhood and now breaking, and then I take it over to my mom's and breaking it 3 months later. Aww. Aw, that's so sad to hear. Especially if it's like your childhood, like, you know, console or game you have and it breaks. It always hurts the most. Being able to keep it safe when you're a child, and then you grow up and you're like, oh, this is cool, touch it and it turns to dust. I don't feel so good, Mr. Mr. DS. I know the 3D hurt my eyes and brains, yeah. I actually think a lot of people have that. I'm so glad they don't do it anymore. Because, I don't know. It's cool that something can pop out on the screen, but the headache you get at the end of a movie or like, you know, playing a game, not worth it. Not worth it. There are easier ways to get a headache, like... Yeah, the point is definitely less on the 3D. I mean, the double screen is the coolest part, but... Although the touchscreen also isn't used as much. It's like the same with the Switch, right? The Switch has touchscreen, but you actually never use it. But that also makes sense, because it's also like supposed to be console, right? And a handheld at the same time. I just wish they kinda, you know, ported the older Pokemon games over to the Switch so you could actually play it. Instead of, you know, you have to spend a lot of money to get the old ones. Yeah, it's so useless on the Switch. There is no use for the touchscreen on the Switch. I don't even know games you could play where like touchscreen is even like good or better than like just using a controller. Maybe there's like, I don't know, a chess game on there. Only thing it's decent for, I guess, is when you like have to enter like a password or you have to like type some text and you just take it out the dock and you type it real quick, because entering any kind of like long information or sentences with a controller just drives me nuts. Same if you have to do it for like a TV when you're like looking something up on YouTube. It's not fun. Let's see. 2 more mill Turtwigs. Bye. Oh well, there are more useless things on the Switch, to be honest. I mean, at first you couldn't even put like an Ethernet port in it, so anytime you would play online, it would just be the worst internet. So I'm glad they made that on the, you know, the new Switch dock, Switch 2 dock. But you you had to buy an accessory just so you wouldn't grieve people if you were playing online games. It's it's definitely a choice by Nintendo. They definitely haven't realized like the internet era just yet. I mean, it's the same what we talked about before, right? With the like the limited time Pokemon events. It's just like just make it universal, you know, everyone can get it. Don't make it like you have to go to a physical store like it's 2005 and Diamond and Pearl just came out. One female Turtwig. That was like 50% there. Also 13 talking is difficult. 1400 resets. Really nice. I almost started speaking Dutch right there. Let's not do that. I'll spare you. Do we get anything special? Nope, nothing. 2 mil Turtwigs. Nothing interesting. Sorry for missing a last stream. No worries, no worries. You're not you're not required to join every single stream. But exciting driving lessons. Nice, nice. Are you far in, or are you just you know, starting? I remember my driving lessons were definitely an experience. I was learning to drive, you know, in like the end of the year, so it was snowing. So one time my driving instructor just literally took us to an empty an empty parking spot, and we just drifted through the snow because he wanted me to learn how to control the car in those kind of situations. That was kind of sick. Yeah, driving your test is on the 30th of February. Okay, okay, I'll remember. I'll remember. That's soon. That's exciting. Yeah, that's nice. Are you confident, or are you like having maybe a little bit of a little bit nervous maybe? As soon as you get a car, the world pretty much just opens up, right? You can actually go anywhere, especially like in America, right? Or like Canada, you know, the Americas, because they're a little nervous but confident. All right, that's nice. That's nice. That's the most important part. That's the most important part, because you know, if you're driving, the most important part is just to be confident, because if you are not certain and you start to question yourself, then it can be a little bit dangerous to be on the road, but, you know. As long as you remember everything you've learned, you should be fine. I think so. I think it's gonna go great. So that's gonna be very nice. More mill Turtwigs. You have any big plans if you get your driver's license, like a road trip perhaps, or just enjoying the freedom you get with it? Or both, or both. Both are important. I choose to Chimchar. Of course you would. After the 14th. Kinda crazy that in 1400 resets, our rival has always picked Chimchar. Isn't that curious? Isn't that strange? I think there's something at play there. I think he's trying something. Surely at some point he's gonna choose a different one, right? 2 more male Turtwigs. Unfortunate. I can't use you. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Oh, next time press B. Which means that the left one is just gonna go with shiny now. Be running. Predicting it right here. 1408, the magic number. Let's see. Block wants the battle. I've also changed, surely this won't influence the RNG, right? But I reset both my saves because I wanted to do a different rival name than Barry. Barry was maybe a little bit too British for me, so changed it to Lock because I want to make this like a little challenge, route locked, where I complete everything in an area before I can move on, kind of like RuneScape. I said that maybe before. So I changed him to a more appropriate than, than just Barry. I thought Barry was maybe, yeah, it was a bit too British for me. Too much of England. You don't think so? Maybe. When I hear Barry, I think of like the meme of like Barry, age 68, like the football fan, like the fat guy with the big drum. That's where my mind goes to, but maybe I'm strange. I just have connections in my head which aren't normal. See. So far, no luck with the female Turtwigs. They've been staying away from us. Quite sad. Maybe they'll show up soon. Can't go through an entire stream without seeing at least a single Turtwig lesbian couple. As if I, like... Imagine after a few hours I still haven't gotten it, I just kind of have to go until I see one. Like, it's just kind of mandatory for these streams now. See at least one lesbian Turtwig couple, else we keep going. Doesn't matter if it's 24 hours, just means we're getting closer to the shiny. Because that's more important, actually. Seeing Yuri Turtwig. In Canada, it's Pete. Ah, yeah, that's fair. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot there's, like, regional differences. As a drum gut. Yeah, as the drum guy. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I don't even know if there's, like, many differences between, like, the EU... like naming convention-wise between the EU and American, like US version of these games. Because I imagine you get the US version in Canada, right? Unless you're maybe in the French-speaking parts. And maybe you get like the French, the crazy French Pokemon. But do they sell those over there? Or is it like primarily English? Because even if I had the choice, I would still I would still buy English. I would still go English. I don't like French. I had French in school, but I was too dyslexic to learn it. So every time I got a bad mark on it, and as soon as I could drop French, I dropped French. It was not my favorite. You don't know if they're French version? That's fair, that's fair. I just know that Canada has, like, you know, has a big French speaking part. You know, the French Canadians, so. You never know. You're the expert here. I'm just questioning. Let's fight Mr. Rival. Show me what you got. Oh, only one female Turtwig. Unlucky. We only got 50% of the puzzle right there. Nothing special, unfortunately. See. Pum 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 pum. We're almost again at 420. The one where we said and we get 1,000 420. I think that's also a good number. I was gotta call it the good numbers. They might bring a little bit more of luck, a little bit higher chance statistically. Legally, that's how it works. Let's battle. Let's dance. Hello, Chimchar. One female Turtwig? Ah, come on. Alright, give it up for 1,000 420. The funny number. Hahaha. Save for French, but that actually disappeared, so hard for me to learn English and French, so I was legally allowed to drop French in grade 7. Ah, okay. Sucks to hear about that, but you know, not being able to learn or not learning French is a good thing. So I think you, I think you won out on that one. I've been to France quite a few times for like vacations, and yeah, wasn't the greatest time. So you're not you're not missing out much on the French-speaking part of the world. Let's see, 420 is their good luck. No, that's 2 mil Turtwigs as well. The worst luck one I can even say. There's no point. Yeah. No, it's not that. We're gonna go there soon. What's my favorite subject in school? That's a difficult one. I really liked maths. And I hated my programming classes. But then I kind of went in like this kind of technology side. Oh, you're also math? Nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I eventually majored in programming, so computer science, I think you guys call that. But I really hated my programming classes before, so I didn't immediately go into that subject. But after a year of like doing a different study, more math-based, I was like, after some few like programming classes there, I was like, I want a full-time program. This is actually super fun. So, you know. Sometimes the teacher is also just like the thing that makes or breaks a subject, if you are enjoying it or not. If their classes are engaging, or if they're just kind of phoning it in. I definitely had the latter part with my programming classes at my in school. They were just phoning it in for programming, so it wasn't fun or engaging. One female Turtwig and a male Turtwig. So unlucky. Are we gonna go 100 resets without seeing the double female? We are at a lesbian drought, as they would say. Terrible times. I wonder what how this will impact the economy. Not seeing 2 female Turtwigs on my screen. And also getting close to 17 hours on on this single shiny, so over halfway for spending 24 hours on getting some shiny pixels in a video game. I think is a very good investment. Two more male Turtwigs. Stop. You're gonna go eat something? Alright. Have a nice lunch, I assume. I will see you when you are back, and I will still be resetting for shiny grass. Have a very good something to eat. Alright, see you in a bit. I'm not. Male and a female Turtwig. E. Right. I just had to clear some stuff. And now it is perfect to go. Coming up to 17 hours. Only 7 more minutes. For this very fun and insane challenge you're doing. I challenge you to a battle. That's fine, Mr. Locke. I'm gonna take a... Gonna take a while before we can continue anyway. Oh, double female! Let's go! Zaya just missed it. That is so unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Nope. Yep. Lost it. What have we? A remastered black and white playlist. is made by a channel named Zame. I've been following them for quite a while, and they make really high quality remasters of, you know, older Pokemon songs. So check them out if you haven't. No more Turtwigs? Nope, nope. That is not what we need. Ah. Cat. Beautiful. Reset. +2. How long this track is. Playlist. It does not. Guess we will just enjoy it till it ends. And the yippee. 444. What a good number. Getting close to 100 resets already today. Kinda left off at an awkward number, 1350 yesterday. So, you know, I'm gonna try to push it at least to 1500. And maybe, I mean, 1550 could also be fine. With few hours. Go to maybe till 10 my time. Currently 20 past 7. And before F. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know how language works. I'm too dyslexic for that. One female Turtwig. Not enough. 2 more normal Turtwigs. Goodbye. 1 more reset of 1450. Yahoo! And without me even realizing, we passed 17 hours on the total challenge. Quite a bit of time spent. Yeah, it's gaming hours. What do we get? Nothing. Yet, nothing. Oh. Thank you, Windows. Yes, there is of course a notification. I humbly thank you for giving me that. Very much appreciated. Hey, this is the one with... Oh wait, no, this is this is Generation 5, there's no Generation 4. Versus Brennan and Bianca. Or Sharon and Bianca. Not the best rivals, but it was cool they did like a 2 rival. Two more normal Turtwigs. Unlucky. Nope. Ba-da. Bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I am actually going insane. Ba 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 da. Da 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 ba da 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 da. Wow 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 wow. I just realized that I have made these scenes for double hunting, but I have not even made one for, you know, the single and large screen. I am such a professional. I was so focused on always being a shiny hunter, I guess. I didn't even get one to capture a single screen. The blue are normal. Let's see. Bamba. Let's see. Goodbye, Lucas. See you maybe never. Oh, oh. Alright. Let's continue. Nothing fortunate. +2 to get to 1456. Yeah, I'm still going Turtwig. Few settings. I could maybe make it better, but because the Mew code card from yesterday, I can put this from the game. Look at that. Suddenly my scene manager is a lot cleaner. Isn't that crazy? Turtwig. +2. 1458. Not like that is a special number or anything. Just the progress that we are on now. Two more normal Turtwigs. Reset +2. And we go again. one quick. Okay. I haven't heard this one much. Don't really meet Professor Junior Bird that many times overall in Pokemon Black and White. Yeah. Exciting. Normal Turtwig, and another normal Turtwig, plus 2. Getting closer to 1500 already. The big one will be like 2200. Because then we will be hitting, or 2100. We'll be hitting 25% of the challenge. But that's still 500 at least resets away, so... Or so, yeah, encounters away. So that will take quite a while. 25% is still far from our reach. You know, it is a challenge where you just have to put your full... You can't make it faster than it physically can go, right? Nothing. Only one male Turtwig. Or one female, I mean. Not what we were looking for. They're slowly taking away at sets. Although I might have to skip a certain number coming up in 22 encounters because it's a bad number. Who knows? Male Turtwig. And another male Turtwig. Plus 2. Two more. Ba 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 bum. We get nothing. Whole pile of nothing. 1470. Give it up for 1470. Plus 2. Ba-da-ba-da-bow. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum. Nothing. Ba-ba-ba. All right. Nothing. Plus 2. Let's go battle. Nothing. Thing. Oop. one Turtwig. That is something. That is. Ba-ba-dum, ba-ba-dum, ba-ba-bum, bow. Welcome back, because we have been slowly and steadily making a little bit of progress. It is a, a slow progress. I hope your food was amazing. Hope you had a nice lunch. I put on a little bit of a different background music. These are all Generation 5 remasters that someone made from my YouTube channel that I usually watch a lot. They're called Zame, and they kind of make, like, instead of using the DS sound cards or the GBA, they remake it to make it sound modern. So, it's pretty cool. We did see 2 female Turtwigs on the same screen, like, just a few resets after you left, so you just missed them, by the way. It was very sad. But I'm sure we'll see some more today. I am sure of it. Ta-da. No lucky. Yeah, indeed. No lucky indeed. Bing. Bing. Uh, Are you almost at 2,000 resets yet? Or 3,000? Yeah, you were close to 3,000. I remember. You close to that yet? Have you get the beef? Take a 3 hundo or 3 stackies, I guess. 3Ks. Still the 17. Oh, 1700s. That was it. I forgot. Thought you were a little bit ahead. More resets. we get 2 more Turtwig. Goodbye. You will never be seen again. The slow and steady progress. Thinking if I have like any interesting stories to tell. I also don't really have. It was quite a boring week, I guess. The normal work week. Oh, boring. All I think crazy is gonna be the shiny Turtwig that I'm gonna get right here. For real. Ah, it was worth a shot. That would have been a clip. Clip farming already with no viewers. Nah. Nah. Almost getting to the 1500s. I am almost catching up to you, Zaya. But if you are starting again soon, you know, you're gonna get ahead of me quite fast again. Ooh, normal Turtwigs. 4090. Nice. I was press B here. I want to hold B and A at the hold B and press A to go quickly, but trying to go a little bit too fast. Keep exiting out of the menus. My arch enemy is menuing year 2026. Crazy to think about. A Turtwig. And a female Turtwig. That is not interesting enough. That is not interesting enough. A little bit of silence, a bit of relaxing before the storm. One female Turtwig. Fortunately not good enough. Not good enough for my high standards. 3 more resets and we get the big 1500. Getting there, getting there. Getting closer to our year 2026. Maybe that's gonna be the final number. 2026 is where we get it. +2. You just hit 1800. Nice, nice, nice. We're about to hit 1500. Very good. Good progress, good progress. Male Turtwigs. +2. Maybe we can give Turtwig or I mean Chimchar, one of them another hat. Do you have a suggestion maybe? Do you have like a cool hat you want to see to put on Chimchar? And would you prefer the left or the right Chimchar to get another hat? You know, gotta keep something. Keep us sane. Because I'm definitely not slowly losing it. Definitely. I mean, Chimchar deserves to get another hat, if you really think about it. He's just been here for 1500 resets and we're not even looking for him. Gotta give him something to work for, you know? Male Turtwig. And a male Turtwig. 1500s! Wahoo! We did it. Did it. And we continue. I'm gonna stop there. There is more time to go. Can always go for way longer. You have the willpower. Left Chimchar with a feather hat. Let's see. What is a feather hat? I mean, like a hat made out of feathers, or is it just like a hat with a feather on them? Which one do you prefer? If I can find one, of course. What is one? This could be a good one. Let's see. Yes. Nope. Remove. Yes. This could be good. I found some. Let me cook, let me cook. It's an all-star I had more for the 1800s. Yeah, I think I found it. It's a big hat with a feather. And it's for the left Chimchar. Alright. Alright. The hat is now kind of wearing the hat. So the hat is a hat exception. Like we're in Team Fortress 2. Every 500 encounters, I want to add an extra hat to one of the Chimchars. So eventually, they're just gonna have a tower of hats. So they feel like they have a purpose. Very nice, very nice. Let's just hope that the hats don't escape the screen before we find the shiny, because that means that we are way over odds if that's happening. Oh, whoops. And that's not the plan. We prefer less hats, but you know, still gotta give a lot of hats. It's a fine, delicate balance. The Chimchars, they get stronger with the amount of hats they have. It increases their strength. To appease the Chimchars, we give an offering of hats. And reset. That's a nice added part from being able to stream it. I can give my Pokemon hats. I feel like a true god now. The power of hats is in my control. The most important part. If I like ever reincarnate in like an anime kind of thing, just make me the god of hats. Team Fortress 2 players will revere me as I put a flame upon their hats and increase the market value by millions. Nothing and nothing. Plus plus. Bum, bum. Ba-ba-dum. Thank you for making the market of hats so high I'm now a millionaire, yeah? Hell yeah. That's the special sauce you get. Yeah, that's a special special thing you get if you're a follower of this stream. You're a part of the hat economic system, and you get free hats. That makes you a millionaire. Just one of the benefits of following this channel. Bum, bum, bum. Nothing. Plus two. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. gives the vibe out to the music. The numbers. So much nostalgia in this list. Pam pam padam pam. Another milk Turtwig. Goodbye. Do let me know when you hit the cool numbers, like you know, you just hit 1800s, you hit the 1900s, the 2000s, 2080, something. I don't know. I don't watch darts. They just. Yeah. Woo. Two more Turtwig snow. Sad. How long are we getting now? It is just full of silence. Are you still watching? Yes, I am still. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you very much for asking. No, not 2 females. Unlucky 2 males, or 1 male, 1 female. Spooky music, scary. That was short. Very short-lived. And now we get the crazy base. Let's see. Two mil Turtwigs. Plus 2. They get deleted by... will never be seen again. Thing. Plus 2. Da-da-da-da. I am vibing so much, I am actually forgetting to talk. I hope that's, I hope that isn't too bad. I'm kind of just vibing to this music. It is just too good remastered. Compared to, you know, the DS sounds, they did such an amazing job with this. They remastered the entire OST from Pokémon Black and White, but to use like real instruments. Or like more like updated. Plus 2. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bow. $15.20, get closer to $15.50. Can't get 1555 though, but we can get 1666. Not sure if that's possible for today, because that's another 150 resets to get 1666, but you know, depends how my energy is. It's still quite early. It is only 8 o'clock over here, so, you know, I have like, you know, at least 4 hours I can realistically go before I collapse and I need to sleep when I just fall over. Before my old age catch-ups to me. Pokemon Black and White is the only one with the most amount of different music. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can't really go wrong with like a Pokemon OST. They're all so good. Like even the originals, Yeah, they use like a lot of bass. They have like a very heavy bass, which I think is really cool. Like even the early games, it's like if you're playing like the original Red and Blue, it sounds really rough, but like, you know, as soon as you get the like gold, silver, crystal, and like even those same songs, they're still like so good. Like this game is always like top notch with its music. Because I can't remember a single game where I'm like, yeah, this Pokemon OST is kind of middling. I haven't had a single one, even Sword and Shield, which I am a very big hater on Pokemon Sword and Shield, has a very good soundtrack. Like, the gym leader battle in Pokemon Sword and Shield, one of the best. Still nothing compared to Pokemon Black and White 2, where they get a special music when they're on that last Pokemon, which they still somehow haven't brought back, which I think was one of the best features ever added and never to return. Like, hello? Some tension in my battles? No? +2. I don't. We continue onwards to 1550. Going to go, so I'll talk you into the next stream. Bye. Alright, thank you so much for joining again, Zaya. I hope you had a great time and, you know, have a great rest of your weekend. I might be live tomorrow in the evening, so, you know, if you have time then, I might talk to you again. But, you know, have a very good rest of the day. Enjoy it. 18 hours, yeah, true. Yeah. You have to wait to see the clock tick to 18. Thank you so much. Might even hit 19 hours on the clock today. So we'll just have to see. See how it goes. See how it flows. That rhymes, I think. So good at this. I am so good at this. Going straight into the next ones. Chimchar already had a new hat today, so maybe he will get another one. Probably not. I think tomorrow Chimchar on the right Chimchar will get his next hat tomorrow. And if someone is there at the time when we hit or around the 2000, you know, you can choose out the hat if you want. You can choose Chimchar's next hat, which he is wearing. Because the right Chimchar is a dapper young man right now. But the left one is a little bit more of a cowboy, you know. wearing a feather hat, wearing a cowboy hat. He's like the rebel. So I might need some fancy hats, you know, to see the divide. Who will win? The rough cowboys or the fancy butlers in the Chimchar battle? That sounds so dumb. Oh well, I am dumb. Bum, ba, ba. Inching in closer to the 1550. We are getting there. Reset, reset. Ba-da-ba-bow. Nothing. The amount of Yuri Turtwigs today have been fairly disappointing. We've only seen 2. But let me get a drink. Nothing. Alright, I got myself a drink. Set reset. 38. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum, ba-ba-da-ba-dum. What do we get? 2 male Turtwigs, Ball, Dodge. Really a sad time. We are slowly coming up on 1550, which will be the end of my stream. Means we did 200 resets again today. A little bit over 2 hours of gameplay. We're resetting. You know, that is pretty good progress. 200 pretty much means that in a week, you know, you do 1,000. So, you know, this week we're gonna hit 2,000 by next Thursday. Sounds really good. Slowly in if the math is mathing, in 8 weeks time we are hitting odds. In 8 weeks we are hitting odds to hit this shiny. Unless we hit it right here. Nope. Nope. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. Yeah, 8 weeks. That is the marker to hit. Not the most riveting gameplay, but you know, also gives me enough time to think out the challenge that I want to set, because you know, I said it before, inspired by RuneScape chunk locked accounts. It might be a little bit more difficult to introduce it into Pokemon. You know, because maybe the audience isn't there, or you know, it's not as an interesting challenge, but you know, I think it could be. And that's all that matters. If I think I'm having fun, that's all I need. That is all we need. Bum, bum, ba-da-ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Oh, we got two female Turtwigs. That's really good. At least we're ending on a very positive note. We're ending with Turtwig Yuri. Kissing Turtwigs are right there. Holy moly, holy moly. That is really good. I my right DS is way ahead. I wonder if I can get like carpal tunnel by just the position I'm like just clicking A. Maybe there I have to look for a more comfortable position, because I can kind of feel one of my fingers hurting a little bit after all these hours of just pressing B and A. So my my hands are just kind of in crab form right now. I have to think about that one. Oh well. Let's see. 1544, what do you got for us? Eventually, Locke will be just fully covered in hats. Male Turtwig. Male Turtwig. Unfortunate. Plus 2. Yeah. Talk. I don't care, Rowan. Unless this is a shining, and that's the only time I care. Let's see. Do we get anything special on the end? So far, it's always been a resounding no. Turtwig. Reset. 1548. There's a single more reset after this. A single one. So sad. But you know. Been a little bit over 2 hours already. Which is my daily not burn outable quota. No. I could go for like 8 hours the entire weekend, like both days, but then, you know, I'm gonna be sick of it. Sick of streaming, sick of this challenge. And that's not the plan. That should not be the plan. I challenge you to a battle. Yeah, but do you challenge me to a shiny? Mr. Rival, do you? No, but is at least a female Turtwig. Can we get another Turtwig Yuri? Ah. Unlucky. Well, this is the last one for the stream today. The last reset. Can we make a special one? I think most definitely not. Let's see. These are the last encounters for today. What do we get? 2 normal Turtwigs. That is so unfortunate. Well, that means that also I can stop the timer. Pause. Perfect. Alright. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we will return tomorrow again. Or at the same time, at 7 o'clock, you know, Amsterdam time. I will be back for probably a few hundred more resets, so thank you so much for joining, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!